Hi, let's learn about the exponents. The basic idea of multiplication is repeated addition. Example, we can write 2 times 3 as 2 3's being added together. And when we add those 3's together, we get 6. Here is another example. We can write 4 times 6 as 4 6's, which equals 24. Division is splitting something into equal parts. Or we can say division is the repeated subtraction of the same number from a larger number down to 0. Example, we need to subtract 2 from 8 repeatedly for 4 times get down to 0. In that row, exponent is the shortened way of writing repeated multiplication. For example, we can write 4 times 4 like this. This 2 on the 4 says to use 4 twice in a multiplication. And 2 is called as exponent or power, 4 is called as base. Both in words, 4 to the power 2 or 4 to the second power or simply 4 square. Here is another one. 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. This 4 on the 3 says that 4 3's being multiplied together. In words, 3 to the power 4. It works for other numbers and expressions too. So, in general, we can write NA's multiplied together as a to the power n. Pay attention when grouping. To avoid confusion, use brackets in cases like these. With bracket, minus 4 the whole square means minus 4 times minus 4, which equals plus 16. Without bracket, minus 4 square means minus of 4 times 4, which equals minus 16. It is important to recognize the difference between expressions such as negative 4 whole square and negative 4 square. In negative 4 the whole square, the brackets indicate that the power applies to the negative sign as well as to the 4. But in negative 4 square equals negative 4 square, the exponent applies only to the 4. So, negative 4 the whole square equals 16 and negative 4 square equals negative 16. On the other hand, with bracket, xy the whole square means xy times xy. Without bracket, xy square equals xy square, which means x times y. Summary. To put your new knowledge into practice, try the your turn questions below. Hi, let's learn about the negative exponents. You already know that we can view positive exponent as repeated multiplication. What we are going to introduce you to in this video is the idea of inverse of repeated multiplication, that is repeated division, or we can say the negative exponent. For example, what is 2 power minus 1? Before we get into this, let's rewrite it with multiply 1 with 2 power minus 1. By doing so, the question won't change, right? Because if you multiply any number with 1, you get the number. Since positive exponent is repeated multiplication, here we have negative exponent, which means repeated division. So 1 divided by 2, which equals 0.5. What about this one? 5 power minus 3, which equals 1 divided by 5 divided by 5 divided by 5. Many divides, right? With the help of calculator, we get 0.008. But that can be done an easier way. 5 power minus 3 could also be calculated like 1 divided by 5 times 5 times 5. Again, with the help of calculator, we get the same answer, 0.008. So this means 1 divided by 5 times 5 times 5, which equals 1 divided by 5 power 3. We can understand from that 5 power minus 3 can be written as 1 divided by 5 power 3. The last example show an easier way to handle negative exponents. So in general, a power minus n equals 1 by a power n, where a should not be equal to 0. More examples. But before that, there is a simple step-by-step approach to solve any complicated negative exponents. In that first step, from the negative exponent, you give the negative alone to the base. After you give it, the base becomes reciprocal. Next step, you apply the positive exponent rule. And the last step is multiply the numerators and multiply the denominators. Here we have 6 power minus 2. 6 can be written as 6 by 1. Now this exponent minus 2 is included for both 6 and 1. Let's apply the steps. The very first step says that if we give negative alone to the base, it becomes reciprocal. The reciprocal of 6 by 1 is 1 by 6. Step 2. Apply the exponent rule. Step 3. Multiply the numerators and multiply the denominators. Consequently, we get 1 by 36. Now let's look at 3 by 2 whole power minus 4. First step, give the negative alone to the base. By doing so, it becomes reciprocal. So we get 2 by 3 whole power 4. Step 2. Apply the exponent rule. Step 3. Multiply the numerators and multiply the denominators. We get 16 divided by 81. Summary. To put your new knowledge into practice, try the your turn questions below.